Hello and welcome to another unboxing and first impressions video on an Aldo. I haven't done an Aldo in a while, so I'm kind of excited. This is one of the first niche brands I got into together with Serge Lutens. I bought their very nice large discovery set that I can recommend. It's a very big discovery set. It has 20 samples and I think it's about 40 to 50 bucks. So well worth checking out. This brand is mostly known for their Sécrétions Magnifiques. But most of their fragrance is actually quite easy to take. And this is their take on a cologne. I really like this sort of CD style iridescent design. Very simple box, white. You can see it's, it was made in 2024 probably. 100 ml, 80%, but there's water in it. So this is, I think, still an eau de parfum concentration. Yep, it's eau de parfum. So even though it's in cologne, that's the style of fragrance here. It's not an eau de cologne, so it has more than 4% perfume oil. This is probably more around the 12 to 15% mark. Let's get into it. So here we go. You may wonder why I opened it from the bottom. I kind of don't want to break the seal. I don't know why. It's weird. But if I have the option, why not just open it from the bottom? So there we go. Put the box here. This is what the bottle looks like. Again, white. You can probably look through it to see the fill level. It has very, very shiny sticker. I really like it. I really like this presentation. There goes the Etat Libre in the glass. There's the typical sprayers, which I think are really quite nice. They're pressurized, but not the best ones. Let's give this one a spray. So Eau de Cologne is one of the oldest style of fragrance. It came from Italy or Germany or Cologne, depending on who you ask. And they generally feature citruses, aromatics, and maybe some neroli. So it's supposed to be a very fresh fragrance, very natural and fleeting. So many brands have done their takes on a cologne, tried to make it more long-lasting. For example, Nishane, they've put a lot of ambroxan and musks in this and vetiver. So it ends up lasting quite well, but it doesn't smell as natural anymore. So, there's always these trade-offs. I think Chanel has one of the most beautiful ones. Frédéric Malle has some of the most beautiful colognes. Hermès has some really nice one with the orange vert, concentré d'orange vert. And this one is Aldo's. So first impressions. Yep, this is an eau de cologne. So I'm getting that lemon. I'm getting a bergamot, a very beautiful bergamot, in fact. I'm getting maybe some oranges. There's something tart and orange peely. I'm getting neroli, which has just the right amount of sharpness here. Neroli, if it's too sharp, it can smell, especially in Germany, can smell like a cleaner to people. This one is cleanerish, but not fully. It has a sort of fizzy, lemonade-y thing in the top. I'm getting maybe some aldehydes here as well. It's really fizzy. It has almost like when you put those lemonade packets. So we have one here in Germany called Ahoy Brause, and it's like it's like a powder. It comes in a packet, and you dissolve it in water, and it makes the water fizzy. And then when the bubbles rise to the top, it gives off that. There's a lemon version. It gives off that sort of fizzy lemon smell. That's what I'm getting here in the top, because it's also sweet. So there's a certain sweetness in here. It's not just tart. It's not just oily, like the citrus oils of the rind. It's not just bitter, because there's also the bitterness of the citrus. There's also marked sweetness, and it smells a little bit like lemonade. But there's also a green facet here. So that's probably some petit grain, which is the distillation of the citrus tree leaves and stems. Petit grain, by the way, it could be from all kinds of citrus trees. It could be from a lemon tree. It could be from an orange tree. It could be from a mandarin orange tree. Could be from, all kinds of citrus trees. But it has that sort of green, sharp smell. It's somewhere between grassy, woody, citrusy, and can even have a metallic zing to it. But here it's not metallic. It's just green. And I'm feeling some sort of creaminess here in the base, which probably is some musk. Again, with some of the citruses, maybe some of the mandarin orange type of smells here that give me a creamy vibe. Maybe some of the florals, maybe there's some jasmine-like materials that give me like a creamy vibe. There's also a slight hint of something spicy. So lots of brands, they like to put a little bit of warm spice within their cologne. So Amour les Orangères by Parfum d'Empire, Burlington 1819 by Roger Parfums. They have a cumin note, which sort of cuts through the tartness, cuts through that freshness, and provides that sort of contrast. I don't think this has cumin, or maybe if it has cumin, it's maybe just a tiny hint, but I get something like slightly cinnamony, clovey, nutmeggy, like a slight warm, spicy touch here. It's a really successful take on a cologne. This used to be cheaper, but Etat Libre, they raised their prices. So keep that in mind. It'll still be just a very simple cologne style fragrance, just very well done. Probably not gonna last for 24 hours, even though it has musks. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you look for it and what sort of price you're comfortable with spending. But this one is one of the better ones. Okay, let's have a look at the notes. It came out in 2014. The perfumer is Alexandra Kosinski. And the top notes are bergamot, blood orange, Italian lemon, mandarin orange or pure, Givaudan natural material, curly mint, just a touch of mint. Yeah, sure. It's not overly minty, but yeah, I can believe the mint. Heart notes of orange blossom, magnolia, and jasmine, and base notes of cedarwood, musk, and patchouli or pure. Okay, yeah, that's patchouli is in here. Patchouli and the mintiness, they play together nicely. It has a touch of woodiness, touch of something aromatic. Patchouli has also a slight sweet facet here. This is super pleasant. This is a super pleasant cologne. It smells more modern than the 4711 because it has those musks. It has that ISO super thing. It has that lift, that jasmine Hidion thing. It has a touch more of that sweetness. It doesn't feel as sharp. It doesn't feel as cheap as the modern version of 4711. It's elevated, but it is recognizably an eau de cologne style fragrance in an eau de parfum concentration. So it will probably last longer than 4711. It's really lovely. Those floral notes. I'm guessing the magnolia is some sort of magnolans, like some sort of florally musky lily of the valley type material. The jasmine here is probably mainly Hidion. But it's all very beautifully rounded off. All things are in balance. And yeah, I'm really happy with this one. This one's going to be a great one for the summer. So, have you gotten your hands on the Etat Libre cologne with this beautiful CD style label? What do you think about cologne style fragrances? Do you think that they're still that they're still part of the modern perfume landscape? Which one's your favorite? There's so many different ones out there. Tell me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, be kind to each other, and be kind to yourself. Until the next video. Bye bye.